Hello everyone, this week we are at Okayama circuit for the M2 Cup and I'm pretty much sure that this car is really testing my patience. But this is a car where it teaches you how to drive the real race car. So I'm going to stick with this car for a while, and once my ratings improves I will move to the further ahead competition. I did 2 races and I'm pretty much sure that both of the races are pretty boring, to be honest, in my opinion, on the fact that on the first race I met with an incident and I was pretty much lost on the grid. But on the second race, due to the decrease in the safety ratings, I was on the first of the grid and I quite easily won the race. So enjoy it. This is the qualifying lap of the first race. After the first corner, you just need to slightly apply the brakes and you just flow with the car on the late apex. And this SSR flatouts, you just need to take the curbs so that you decrease the distance. Again, hit the late apex and be early on the pedals, but you should be really smoother here. Your pedal input should be really smooth. If you are aggressive on your pedals, your rears will quite easily slip out. And then starts the downhill. Pretty similar corners here. You just need to take the late apex and slight amount of braking applied here, not too much. And then starts the uphill from now on. Again, the late apex hit. And be on the pedals earlier, that's what the best for this track. No braking up right here, you just need to lift it off. And a slight braking here. Trial brake it smoothly. Towards the gas. Which landed us 5th position in the grid. And the lights go out. Pretty much slow on the start. As you could really see, the car out of me quite easily went past me. I was really careful on the first corner. Don't want to get involved in any of the incidents. Seems like car in front of us are going to fight, but that might not happen. Car behind me closed the gap, as you could see the rear mirror there, so I left him the space. But there's a fight going in front of us. Towards the downhill. And then there's the cars go out. But he gained it. I was careful here, I don't want to get involved. But somehow the rear snapped. What happened in this incident? Oh, side snap over there. I think it's a net code. A slight bit of netcode, but definitely either ways it would have get involved into an incident. I'm not sure whose mistake is on this. If you guys have any suggestion on whose fault this is, let me know in the comments. And by this moment I was literally on the last of the grid and there is nothing to lose here, so. But I'm not quitting here, that's something which is non-negotiable for me at least. For the incidents which are happening in this race, I will never quit the race. I complete it and I take the loss. And then there's a car goes out. So I was in the middle of this train with these faster cars. So I want to catch up to them. I can at least lead till them so that the cars which are crashed or which are going to crash, where I can benefit from with the draft behind them. And here I lose the rear. I'm not sure how exactly that happened. I did the same braking and same pedal inputs, accelerator inputs there, but I'm not really sure what happened, how it got slipped. Maybe I was so on the inside line rather than the smooth outside line, or might be I tilted the steering a lot. I'm not sure. But yeah, there goes the loss of control. And the driver who lost his rear on the previous lap somehow ended in front of me. Might be due to the spin out which I did on the last couple of corners on the track. At this point, literally nothing is going on the track since I'm last on the grid. I'm just chasing the unknown. Again, an oversteer. I'm not sure what happens, especially after an incident, when we are at the pits and when you return to the race. The car doesn't respond well. I'm not sure if it is actually the tire wear which is making it happen, or it's actually not the full repair which is not happening over there. Especially when the gravel comes to the track, this car is really gets harder to control. It quite easily the rear slips out there. And then there's another loss of control. It's the third time which is happening here. As you could see me, I was pretty much frustrated at this moment. The pace has really gone. As you could see the time, it's 150 predicted. And then there's another gravel trip here. Frustration really loads up. And before it ends, then there's another loss of control over here. As you could see my face over the above the telemetry, I was literally pissed off. I want to see the checkered flag as soon as possible. but I think I need to complete one more lap for the checkered flag. And literally that's it. I'm fast forwarding it to the end because nothing much has happened. I was driving on the dead man's road here. Everyone else left the chat and I was the only one in this. Yep, started 5th on the grid and 12th on the grid.
Alright, there's the checkered flag. Bring it back to the pits, we're going.
Here, I was on the pole lap, I was on the first of the grid. Probably might be the I rating or the safety rating which got reduced on the earlier incident race. But yeah, I was on the pole lap and the driver behind me quite hardly braked and I extended my gap over the lead. This is where I have to be careful. People will dive bomb out of nowhere. As you could see the rear mirror, people are killing out each other, which smoothly extends my lead furthermore. There's nothing much happened here since I was the only one to lead. As you could see the time, I was 8 seconds from the second driver, and I'm almost going to lap the other cars, other slower cars, as you could see from there. I was quite literally slow behind him. As you could see, he was zigzagging here and there. Plus, when there is a slower car, we are not sure which direction the car would go, which racing lane are they taking. So I was quite patient here. Started to apply the blinkers at this main straight, but I'm not sure if he will give us the space. He was literally on the center of the grid of the racetrack, and he overbrakes himself and he went to the track. So yeah, we are again on the free air. And pretty much, yeah, fast forwarding it because nothing interesting happened. I was the only one leading the race, by the way. There is no real competition, which I could see it. So yeah, wrapped up the race with first place with 6 seconds of a gap.
You won. Why did the others bother to show up?
And this pretty much gave me a really good I rating change, which I quite well recovered from the last race. So it managed to do it. Thank you for watching.